Hey y'all. Hey Taurus. You guys are last but not least for all of the readings. We are going to talk about the new moon in Gemini, which is upon us today. It landed or appeared on the 26th or the 27th of this month of May. And we're going to go ahead and see what this new moon has in store for you guys on a spiritual and physical way. Okay. If you guys check out the title, I am reading for tropical and sidereal charts. Okay. So if you guys are a Taurus in Western or sidereal astrology, these messages are for you. If you are leaning more towards your Western astrology as a Taurus, you guys may really resonate with the more material aspects of this reading, like your health, your home, your job, your money, your relationships, all of like family, friends, romantic partners. But if you are leaning more towards your sidereal aspect of your chart as a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, you are going to really resonate with the more deeper messages of your spirit, how and your existence in the spirit realm, um, the underworld, your soul, and your true identity on a soul level. Okay. But then again, you might resonate with all of the above, whether you're Western or sidereal Taurus. Okay. So as I always say, take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. All right, let's see for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising placements, ancestors of light, messengers of light for these Gemini new moon messages and blessings for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising placements. Let's see, y'all. So you received the sea lion, and it says questioning an untamed opinion. Questioning an untamed opinion. It's card number 34. 3 and 4 and 7. So some of you guys may be a life path number 7. Let's look at the overall messages at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you have the Ranger, exercising a responsible nature. Exercising a responsible nature. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know. My camera has a hard time focusing. So card number 6. Some of you guys may be a life path number 6. All right, Taurus. I'm just feeling the energies of these messages right now. So you have the untamed and the tame here. So I'm seeing here, Taurus, that, all right, there's a couple things that I'm getting here. Some of you guys may have your own opinion about people, places, and things. In my opinion, no pun intended. It's not really a pun, but I wasn't really intentionally trying to use that. But in my opinion, opinions are not really to be taken seriously. They're just opinions. It's like what you think or what another person thinks. And just because you think something is what it is does not mean that that is what it is. Because we don't know everything. And to find the truth is clear. It's not about what we think, it's about what is. So some of you Taurus, you may have an opinion about a person, place, or thing. Or person, people, places, and things, right? But that opinion can be left without being weighed and questioned. Is your opinion respectful of yourself or of other people? Maybe there's someone who has an opinion about you. That's the next thing I'm getting. Maybe there's someone who has an opinion about you. And you're just kind of sitting with it like, that's interesting. Or maybe it bothers you. Maybe you're just like, why would they say that about me? Or why do you think that about me? It's like, you're questioning it. You're questioning, why someone's opinion, or you're questioning the validity of what someone thinks and says. Or maybe you need to question the validity of what you are thinking or saying about someone or something. So I think that there is this energy that, and also we have Saturn in Aries. We have Pluto in retrograde under this new moon, okay? So you may be faced with learning how to challenge yourselves as you challenge others, challenge yourselves, right? Again, you may have very strong opinions, Taurus, or maybe there's someone else who has a very strong opinion about you or something that you believe in, you know, and I'm just getting, just stay on your path. It doesn't really matter what people think about it, right? Everybody has their own path. It's not about what you think someone should do in a certain situation. It's what they should do. It's like what it's not about what you think they should do. It's all about the truth of what they should do. It's about what their spirit is guiding them to do. It's all about what they choose to do. It's what they believe. It's their belief behind what they're doing. It doesn't matter if you feel strongly about your opinion or what you think, because you may think this is right and this is wrong. I don't care. And it's like, that's fine. But is it the only way? Is it the only right way? Is it the only opinion that matters? No. And some of you guys may need to understand that about other people's opinions. Just because someone feels strongly about something that you should do, or they feel strongly about something that they're doing, that does not mean that that's something that you need to take note of. You don't need to take note and say, oh, maybe that's something that I should implement. No, not necessarily. You can, but your soul will always, be there to be like, you sure you want to do that? Is that actually something that you want to, entertain? Is that something that you really want to pick up and like run with? Right? Right? Like being mature, using critical thinking, executing and exercising critical thinking, right? It's okay to have an opinion. Like, I have my own opinions about things, but guess what? I keep it to myself. I've learned to keep it to myself. Back in the day, I never kept my opinion to myself. I always just said what I thought because I was like, well, this is right, this is wrong, da 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 da. But it was like, who cares? Like, everybody has their path, right? You have your path, everybody else has theirs. Everybody just need to stay in their lane, right? That's what I'm getting. It's like, just stay in your lane. You have, like, this ranger, they have a job to do. They have a job to do. They have certain rules that they have to abide by with their job. And, regardless of what other people may think, they have a forest or, you know, an environment to protect. They have animals to protect, and people who go through that environment and they may be trashing it or breaking the rules, things like that. That ranger has a job to do and they have to abide by it. Doesn't matter what people think, right? There are certain realms or certain environments or certain things that that have certain rules. It doesn't matter the opinion of others. Like, you have certain rules for your life. You have certain rules on your path and your purpose. And it's not someone else's job to come to you and say, it's not someone's place to come to you and say, that's not how you go about getting a job. That's not how you go about a relationship. That's unhealthy. And maybe they're right. Maybe there's some truth to that. But what is your soul saying? What is your soul saying, Taurus? Because somebody can be telling you something that's like, oh yeah, that actually sounds right. But it's like, just dissect it first. Dissect it first. Understand your purpose in whatever situation you're in, right? Because at the end of the day, people's opinions are just talk and they're just opinions, and you can take them as you will, but you don't have to be guided by those opinions unless you and your soul say, hey, that's actually good advice. But that, I can live with that. That's something that I can definitely, follow through with. That feels right, right? That's if unless your soul's saying that, you don't have to follow anybody else's opinion, Taurus, okay? And that goes vice versa. If you're the one that has a lot of opinions about things, like, hey, it's okay, calm down, cool it. Like, you don't, it's just an opinion. It's okay. They don't have to follow what you believe in, Taurus. You know what I mean? And that's just with anything. It doesn't matter what the topic is, you know, just your opinion. Now, there are certain things where you may have an opinion about something and you're just wrong, right? Like, there are right and wrong when it comes to opinions. But like I said, because you have to learn, you have to kind of search for the truth. You have to see the truth, to actually have an opinion that actually sticks, that actually like has merit, right? So again, people can say like, this is right, this is wrong, but you know what's right and you know what's wrong for your life. You know how to treat people. You know how people are supposed to be treated, um you know how to treat people that you're dating or treat people in your family or your friends, whatever. um you know how to go about your path, and it's not for somebody else to say, well, that's right or that's wrong. Well, are you hurting anybody? Are you disrespecting anybody? No? Okay, well, you're okay, Taurus. If you're hurting somebody, then, you might want to stop doing that. Or if somebody's hurting you, maybe you need to get out of that situation, right? So let's go ahead and pull some cards, you guys. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for your more tangible, material lives under this new moon in Gemini. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising placements, ancestors for this Gemini new moon energy for their more tangible material lives. Okay. Okay, so you received Aries. Some of you guys may have Aries in your chart, okay, in your sun, moon, or rising signs. Trailblazing, innovative, fearless. Okay, so some of you guys, Taurus, you guys are very, very opinionated. Like, you guys know your stuff. Like, you feel like, I know my stuff. I've been through this. I've been through that. I've learned this. I've learned that. That, you know. You guys may be very experienced, but you know, again, it's still the message of like, just let people live their lives, let people make their own decisions. And again, same thing for you. Don't let people beat their, you know, their chests and, you know, tell you like, you know, Taurus, this is how it's supposed to be, and this, you're doing this wrong. And you may have somebody who has a lot of control issues as well in your life, Taurus. And if this is you, check yourself. Okay. I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and see the bottom of the deck. You have trine, auspiciousness, positivity, and luck. So it seems like when it comes to your money or a relationship of some kind, or some type of career move, or even, or maybe it's a move like your home, maybe you're moving, or just your home in general, your family, your kids, your health overall. I'm seeing really good results. I'm seeing really good outcome here. However, you got to make sure, Taurus, that you're not getting too comfortable, because we do have Saturn in Aries, right? We have Saturn in Aries. And some of you guys may have a stellium. Please check your sign for any stelliums that you have. But I do see here that don't get too comfortable. You have a responsibility here to yourself, okay, or to a relationship, to your kids, whatever. Um, don't be afraid to challenge yourself and your beliefs, Taurus. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo, or, you know, whatever norms are out there, social norms. Because again, there may be some people who have some opinions about you and what you're doing, and you have to just see the big picture of it all. You have to be the one to just be like, well, it's not as bad as they're making it out to be, you know. And you know, there's going to be people who just don't understand what you're doing, but what you're working towards, Taurus, is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be great. I see that here. Like, you don't, again, if this is a relationship, you may have some people who have a lot to say about it, and they're just like, oh, I don't know, you know, do you really like that person? Or, you know, you sure you want to move that fast with this person? Are you sure you want to move in with this person? Are you sure you want to marry that person? You sure you want to have kids with that person? You know, because I heard so and so, blah, 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 or I went through blah, 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 blah. As long as you're being responsible, Taurus, you know, whatever you're doing, as long as you're being responsible, people's opinions don't matter when you're being responsible, right? When you're going about things responsibly, right? It doesn't matter what anyone else has to say about it. When you have a path and you have a journey that you're on, and you're being responsible, and you're being fervent, and you're being determined, and you know, you're walking in integrity, to hell with everyone's opinions. Okay. Um, but I do see here you moving forward with something, a job, a money, you know, experience, a financial experience, a relationship of some kind. And it's very, very fiery, maybe very passionate. It's very prosperous here. It's very, very prosperous, Taurus. Some of you guys are really going to get a job, you know, that does require you to have certain expertise, or does require a certain level of conduct or dress code for some of you. And maybe you, in the past, you had maybe a certain opinion about a certain job that you thought you would never want to accept, and then you end up having to accept it for some reason. And it does, you know, it's like a stepping stone for you to kind of like grow and improve within your career, or just as a person. Maybe some of you guys started, your first job was in like fast food or retail, or, you know, some type of place where you had to wear a uniform, you had the dress code, and, you know, it really did maybe open you up, you know, open your character up a little bit. It built character for you. But now, as you move forward in your life now, you know, things are gonna start looking up. So some of you guys may have some type of an opinion about people who are at a higher status than you. I don't know. Or maybe there's other people who have an opinion about your position that you're in your life, because you are at a different level or a higher status. I don't know. But um, I just don't think that you really need to worry about it. You know, wherever you are, that's just where you are. And until people understand the shoes that you walk in, their opinion really doesn't hold any merit. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards for you guys. First, three tarot cards are going to be about the spiritual aspects of your life under this new moon in Gemini. As we clarify these oracle messages, the sea lion and the ranger for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising placements for their spiritual aspects of their life under this Gemini new moon. Ten of Swords, Justice. It's more air sign energy. Okay, then we have Earth energy, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck we have Sagittarius, the Temperance card. So I'm seeing spiritually that something is dying, a way of thinking about things. There's some type of ego death that has happened for you, Taurus. And this ego death was much needed in order to bring you into a higher level of awareness, a heightened level of awareness here. Some of you guys are really smart, but you needed to go through an ego death to really understand how to have a better understanding of a certain person, a certain place, a certain thing, a certain belief system. And because you had this ego death and, you know, with this justice card of Libra, Venus energy, right? This is Venus energy, and it's always, she's always going to bring things into balance, right? This is also like connected to the high priestess. This is like feminine energy. So this is all about like having a deeper sense of awareness and understanding about the world around you and other people and yourself, Taurus. In that way, because this is a learning experience, you're like classes in session. This is a type of energy where class is in session and the teacher is very strict. You're stuck in that class until you pass, and the teacher's not gonna, they're not gonna hire a new teacher or a substitute. Like this is the teacher that you, this is like Saturn energy. This is like, you know, this is Venus energy too. This is all about like, you know, I'm getting this energy of like, don't be so angry, or, you know, just be careful of how opinionated you are about certain people or certain things, or stay away from people who are too opinionated about you because their opinions could, you know, kind of make you feel knocked down a little bit as you move forward. But I get the sense that as you navigate this after this ego death, Taurus, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna be on your way with this page of, which is page of, a little page of pentacles. I can't speak, gosh. But with this page of pentacles energy, you're well on your way. You have, you know, you're going to have learned something new, because I see this pentacle as something new, something new has been gained, something new has been, you know, found, a new sense of knowledge, a new sense of abundance about yourself. You know, you found a new sense of prosperity and integrity within yourself, and that has brought a lot of balance. With the temperance card, has caused you not to be so opinionated, or has caused you to um not be so excessive in something. You know, maybe you, like, you think too much, you know, you're just constantly thinking, you have a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, you know, or surrounding something. Maybe you think too negatively about something else, or maybe too positively about something else. And again, that's where the ego death had to come to play in order for you to have a better understanding and a bit of a sense of love and, you know, empathy towards the situation, or towards, you know, a way of thinking about someone or something. So I do, again, like, this is beautiful. This is like you learned something new, you've gained something about yourself, right? You found something new about yourself, and that's very, very positive. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and talk about your material gain, your material aspects of your lives under this Gemini new moon. Ooh, card keeps on wanting to fly out. All right, you guys, let's see. For Taurus, sun, moon, and rising placements for their physical and material lives. Man, these cards keep wanting to fly out. There you are, Taurus. So taking just one step at a time. I'm also getting the energy of like kind of slowing down a little bit as you move forward. Like maybe you like to rush things a lot, especially if you have Aries in your chart, but maybe you like to rush things a lot. And there's a situation where you kind of just need to press pause a little bit and question something about yourself or question something about what someone said before you just move on with it or move forward or run with it. You know what I mean? Okay, so financially in the beginning, yeah. So it looks like you had to go through like maybe losing money or just like moving out of a home, getting, having losing your home, losing a job, not having as much money as you're used to. I don't know. There's a relationship where it just didn't go well and you're feeling a little bit sad about that or lonely or left out. Um there might be a fire sign involved, a Sagittarius in particular, Taurus. Could be a Leo as well. Could be Sagittarius or Leo. But if this is not another person involved, like there's somebody involved. There's some type of fire sign involved, and I feel like there is positivity with this fire sign for some of you. Like a fire sign ended up pulling you out of a certain situation or helping you out of a situation, and now you're kind of in a stage where you feel like, okay, I did it, I made it, I'm good. Like you feel like this is a time of celebration, so to speak, or maybe taking yourself out to lunch or dinner or going out for drinks or something, or just having a little powwow at your house with some friends or family members, or maybe with this person. Okay, so could be that you guys may have, after all this ego death that you've gone through and this part of yourself that you have found, you kind of had to go through some things financially or with your health, and you met somebody, could be a friend, or you connected with a family member, maybe you reconciled with somebody, and now maybe you guys are living together or you have a committed relationship together. Okay. But others of you, it's quite possible that you're dealing with a fire sign. It depends on your situation, but you could be dealing with somebody that you guys fight with a lot, or there's a lot of competition. It's like if you're in a relationship with someone, maybe you guys just don't see eye to eye because of your opinions. And maybe those opinions kind of cause like a bit of a rift between you guys, and things get a little bit messy, like a lot of fighting, just a lot of like competition, like he said, she said, or I'm going to have the last say. No, I'm going to have the last say. So again, there's something about arguments and just being petty or having just being opinionated that's just not really helping you out, Taurus. Okay. It's not really helping you out here. And you need to, I feel like you or somebody else is going through an ego death right now, and multiple ego deaths, either you or this other person or other parties involved. But it's much needed. It's much needed. And you guys are Tauruses. You guys are ruled by the ox or the bull. So you guys are stubborn. Okay. You guys are stubborn. And maybe there's some type of fire sign or an air sign here who's actually kind of challenging you, and they're like, like you're wrong, or maybe they're here to just kind of help you change your perspective. I don't know, Taurus, but whatever it is that you're dealing with, you just stop yourself for a second and learn from the situation. Don't go blazing forward with your opinion. Like, just kind of take your time. Don't drag your feet though. You know what I mean? Like, don't drag your feet, but just kind of take your time and just like take a moment to actually like ask some questions. You know what I mean? Ask some, not serious questions, but some questions that actually have some weight to them, that actually have some merit and actually are um gonna bring some type of resolve to the situation and understanding to the situation, right? Yeah, like the truth is always going to prevail, Taurus. Like it's always going to prevail. And I do see that there's a relationship here for some of you guys with somebody that you really, really care about. But, you know, It seems like there may be some ego death and some fights and arguments with somebody that, you guys are just not seeing eye to eye because you guys are just being led by opinions, not understanding and the truth, right? That's what I'm seeing here, guys. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.